Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Casso podcast, episode 42. I don't know a good Bronco that wore 42, so I apologize, but we'll get there eventually. But I forgot Steve Foley last week.
When you get to 47, you're going to be like, there's a 7.
John Lynch. We are broadcasting from beautiful Brighton, Colorado, right in the heart of Colorado's 8th Congressional District and right in the heart of AJ's ancestral homeland for at least, and I have to repeat, at least the last 30,000 years. What's up, Buffalo Hunter?
Wasn't it 4,000?
50,000? 10,000? What does it matter?
40,000?
What the real thing is that your ancestors were here a long time ago. A long time ago. And mine too.
Anyways, what's up?
Tired, hot. It's been hot all week again.
Yeah.
It feels like Vegas and Denver. That's what it's been doing.
We talked a little bit before the show today, but
No.
Monday, I slept all day Monday. I'm not saying like, literally I woke up 8 o'clock and I said, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Went to sleep, woke up at 9, woke up at 10, 11, 12. And now it's like, I'm not kidding. It's 6 o'clock and I've napped all day.
Yeah.
And Cease called my sister and she was like, dude, what you been up to? Sleeping. And she said, dude, I finally think I'm feel okay after the move and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, literally I've slept all day. I think now finally I'm okay to feel all right.
It's true, dude. We've been back from Vegas for a week and I feel exactly the way you feel. I can't catch enough sleep. And then I haven't been sleeping good this week, so it's adding to it. And I'm like, dude, of all weeks to not get good sleep, I've on a couple of nights ago, I did not get any good sleep, and then last night I finally did, and so it's been rough, and so yeah, that definitely messed everything up. But I want to take a minute too, son, last week about the little meltdown that we had at the end of the show. AJ and I, we could, and I think we're very well equipped to debate each other, but that's not what the show's about. What the show is about us going to the 80% of people in this country, and AJ giving Gen Z's perspective. Again, he doesn't speak for the generation, but he is part of the generation. And I think he speaks very well as a representative of it. I think I speak very well as a representative of Gen X. And so I want that perspective. And so when me and AJ got into it, I kind of let it go. And then I was being a jerk and fighting and stuff like that. What I want people to know too is that we aren't attacking anybody individually for what their beliefs. You live in the United States just like I do, and you're free to think and speak and act however you want as a citizen. I do have a problem with our sitting president, as a lot of people do. But we a lot of people in Gen X too. But we try to keep that to a minimum because again, there got to a point like in midway when we first started doing this podcast, it was like, dude, all we do is talk about Trump every week. We talk about, and it was like 10 things. It was Epstein. It was the war in Iran. It was the war in Iraq. It was the war in Saudi Arabia. I'm joking, but it would seem like there was literally 1,000 things. And so we want to touch on it because it is important and it is part of our political and pop culture. But it doesn't dominate it. So I just want to say to anybody that took offense, don't take offense because, again, when we talk politics, and we are going to keep talking politics because that's our right to do so on our podcast, again, politics, and I come from it from an inside and an outside perspective, but politics is a contact sport. And so when I'm saying something, don't take personal offense because I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the president in a lot of the cases. And then I'm talking about ideology. Honestly, if you really, really follow us, I hit the Democrats more than the Republicans because I think the weakness of that party has actually made me not be a Democrat. I served in elected office in the Colorado House of Representatives as a Democrat, but the weakness here in Colorado and across this country actually made me become unaffiliated again like I was before I got elected. And so I just wanted to take a moment to that because people might have thought that me and AJ were fighting. We talked about it after the podcast and we were okay about a minute after that. So
dude, and to add to what you're saying, I think what we bring to the show and what I was failing to remember last week on my end was that it is a perspective thing, not even just a generational thing, just your own perspective. I mean, we're such big nerds that when put in any political figure that's online, post something, we'll talk about it, and we'll be like, can you believe he said this? Or, oh, I agree with this. But it's a different perspective, and the loud are loud and blah, 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 whatever. So I should have been like, yeah, he's saying what he says. I'm gonna let people decide whether he's right or wrong,
Yeah.
not me decide whether you're right or wrong.
Yeah. And that's part of it too. I know that AJ is not going to get everybody to agree with him. He's not trying to, and neither am I. I know that we can have good discussions, and that's the whole point of having. As long as we keep having those discussions, I think that's what makes us Americans, and that's what makes this country great. Is that we keep having those discussions. And so, I just wanted to let everybody know it did, and it got a little heated because we kept going, and then I kept rage baiting AJ, and he kept rage baiting me, and then I was like, okay, we'll debate this, and then I tried to invalidate his point, and I agree with this point. I think Fauci. I'm 50-50 on that point. Getting back to the Fauci thing, I think he should have answered the questions, but I can see why he didn't politically. And so I agree with both of our perspectives. I didn't want to come across that I didn't. And so let's get into this week. And so the big thing that happened this week is that they had the elections over there on Tuesday in some of the states, and a lot of Democratic Socialists of America beat backed party incumbents or backed party candidates. And so we wanted to kind of touch a little bit on that. We were talking before the show, and the Democratic Socialists of America, we think, obviously, and rightly so, I think there's a fringe group on both sides. And so we wanted to kind of talk about that, but I'll let AJ kind of run with it.
So what I think happened, we talk about it all the time. When Bush got elected, both of them, it was like that's what people thought that they needed, right? Yeah. Regardless of what happened and what he did, that's what they thought that they needed. Yeah. Same with Obama, same with Trump, same with Biden, same with Trump again. It's what everybody thinks that they need. And I'm not saying that people are voting wrong, but I feel like as of late politics, as of I would say like 2005, 2008, out of late politics, you vote reactionary of what is happening or what is not happening. Yeah. And I agree with that to an extent. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we talk about, we don't want to divide, and we talk about that all the time. Literally last week. Yeah. But I don't trading one evil for another evil, I think is the same thing, and if not worse than what we're already doing. Yeah. Because if you think that MAGA is bad 100%, but you go to your version of MAGA to save it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it does nothing good for nobody. Then we're all just in the same spot. And then let's say that the socialists take over, then every MAGA is going to be up in arms as we are or I wouldn't say we, because I don't identify remotely close to being a socialist. Yeah. Have to point that out. That's what I believe. No. But people that are against him now are going to be like the target for the way that we're targeting them, if that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, it's again, their historically, everything that we've ever read, economically, everything that we've ever seen, everything that's going on right now, we do have communist parties. Russia, for all intents and purposes, is a communist country. China is 100% a communist country. And I think that we can all agree that communism doesn't work. You can't redistribute wealth. You can't take from here and give it to there or anything like that. But wealth distribution is against, and it's anti-American to be, as a matter of fact. But capitalism works, and it should work in a different way. We can get into that, not right now, but we can get into that later as to, whether we're doing maybe we're doing socialism and communism for rich people. Maybe we're doing that too much. Maybe we're giving them all these concessions and all these breaks and everything like that, and that's hurting our country. We can get into those discussions, but communism in and of itself is antithetical of freedom. You don't have freedom because the government is telling you what to do. And I think that me and AJ agree, and I think a lot of us agree on that point. Not that we're libertarian to a slant, but when government tells you or tries to make you do what you don't want to do, that's wrong. In that it can go for fascism, communism, any of those things, any ism. Yeah. Socialism, caca-pee-pee-ism, any of it. And so, we wanted to make that clear. And so we, not that there's some things that I agree with, on the left and that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of things that I agree with on the right too. But that's also not to say the people who went out and voted, good on you for voting. Yeah. First of all, and if you voted that way and you got the person that you wanted, I hope, and I mean I hope, you took the integrity to learn about who you're voting for, rather than just like blue all the way. You know what I mean?
And what they stand for.
Yeah. And obviously, everybody's lately has been talking about voter fraud. I don't think there's any of it personally. No. Just saying. No. But I mean, I hope that this is a testament to show that people will go out and vote for what they believe in. And I think, honestly, if it works, it works. I think it's like logically dishonest if we said that when Trump won the second time, at least for me, I was kind of like, all right, well, if people voted for it, you know what I mean? Like,
let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. And then clearly it's, in my opinion, not working out the best. But you know what I mean? So there's both sides of that. Obviously, yeah, it's scary to vote a idea rather than the individual. But if hopefully people are being honest about what they're voting for and taking the time to research it and whatnot. And we'll see how it goes.
And just to add on top of that, so then we'll get on to another subject because that's really the only thing that really happened in politics this week. But when we're talking about the politics, we have to take a step back, and we all have to have, and I don't know how we do this. I think we're trying to do this with our podcast and have that broader discussion as to what's best for all of us, not what's best for what we individually think as people, because we have to live in a society that's shaped by all of us. And so we always talk about it. We talked about it when your dad was campaigning, I was campaigning. It was like, there's a politics of we and there's a politics of me. And I always tried to legislate, and I always tried to make laws, and I always tried to take perspective of the politics of we. I'm not up here. I wasn't the king of House District 32. I was the representative of House District 32, and it was my obligation to try to represent the majority of people in any decision that I made that affected those people. And so that's what we've got away from, is that, and even when you're voting now, it's like, oh, if you're MAGA, you're just going to do this. Oh, if you're a DSA, you're just going to do this. Yeah. What about what's best for all of us? And that people aren't taking that into account. And guess what? Fellow Americans are not the enemy. China is the enemy right now. Unfortunately, I would like a world where there were no enemies and there were no borders and there were no things that got in the way of us all working together as a people on the planet. But for now, China is a sitting enemy, and that's a lot more enemy than somebody that disagrees with me in my own country. And so that I wanted to kind of
okay.
Yeah. And so I think that we have to get back to the politics of we, because again, as long as we don't go into a civil war, we have to learn how to live together.
And that wraps up our political talk. Our political talk of the week. That wraps it up.
Yeah.
Moving on to other news.
Which, again, when we talk about other news, when we're talking about China, even, it's about the race to AI too, and all that gets conflated with drones and how we're going to fight World War III and this and that, because it does affect all of us, and it does affect, we have to think of it like that. We can't keep thinking about how we individually feel, because it is important that you vote your values and stuff like that, but it's important that we vote our American values, and so. That's always a good thing when we get back to being patriots and trying to move forward together.
I saw Spider-Man yesterday.
Spider-Man is American.
Queens.
Yeah. Spider-Man is a real American. He's a true American.
You should check it out, dude. I know.
Now I'm glad we're going to talk about this, because again, me and AJ have talked about this a lot. I used to be a comic book nerd when I was a kid and stuff like that. And when the first comic book movie that came out was X-Men, like, what was it, 97 or 98?
2000.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was around there. And I was like, oh, but how many movies can I go see? How many times I've gone to the movies with him and watch Avengers or what, and I fall asleep because it's like, I don't know what's going on. There's been 100 movies about it. So that's where I'm at as a 52-year-old American. It's like,
do you take like the Scorsese route of it, where he's saying like they're theme park attractions and they're not like real cinema?
No, I think they're good cinema. I think Logan, when that time we went to see Logan, that was a good movie, and I think a lot of them are good movies. But it's like, how much enough is enough when you have to see 2, 3, 4 a year? It's like,
dude, that's not including the TV shows.
Yeah, the TV shows and everything. I'm sure people think the same about us with Star Wars, but still,
to an extent,
yeah. Like, so it's like, Star Wars nerds or whatever people say that we are. But I used to, especially when I was a kid, dude. I enjoyed it. He found a letter that I wrote to Santa Claus a couple of weeks ago, and he was laughing. And one of the things that I wanted for Christmas was X-Men comics. I grew up on that kind of stuff. But then it has gotten to a point where it's enough. I don't need to see Ant-Man and Deadpool versus Wolverine and Spider-Man.
So what's good for me is I
Magneto fighting everyone or whatever the hell's going on these days.
What's good is I grew up in the time when they were all coming out, so it was like really easy to keep track, because it was like I knew I was on. I'm not old.
Yeah.
So I was kind of.
Did you see the new Spider-Man?
I did.
Tell us about it.
It's pretty good.
When did you see it?
Last night.
Yeah. And did you get popcorn?
I did, but dude, so we haven't talked about. No, never mind. I'm not,
did you put 2 pounds of butter?
No, and I got a small popcorn because I'm trying to lose weight.
Oh man,
yeah, I know.
2 pounds of butter.
I normally like to get one of those souvenir cups, and you're probably like, oh, it's a waste of money. It's $10 I think it's $4 extra because you pay $10 for the drink, and it's $14.99. So it's like you pay $4 extra for a cool cup that
that's cool.
You could take home. Well, dude, they sold out instantly.
Dude, I'm jealous of the Mandalorian cup that you got from Burger King. I was like, for me, I was like, I'm not going to pay extra for it, but I was like, I'm going to steal AJ's.
Dude, it's cool.
When he's not looking at his, I'm going to go to his house and steal his cup.
Angie was making fun of me because I have all my glass. Like I have glasses in my house. I feel like an adult with glasses.
Yeah.
But I only drink out of the movie cups. Really, like I'll just put water. I mean, they're big cups.
Yeah.
I'll put water in my Superman cup and whatnot. And she's like, "Dude, why don't you use glass?" Well, these ones are cool. Like
plus the sizes, you don't have to get up again once you have a big tumbler.
Dude, I love random cups. That's
but that Mandalorian cup you got, I was like, oh, that's nice. Maybe I should go to Burger King and spend however much you spent on. Dude, wasn't it like a pack that was like $30 for you had to get everything, right?
Dude, and it sucked because like I was I've been trying to diet for the past 2 years, but I was trying to diet, and they were like, "Oh, it comes with a shake too," and I was like, I don't need the shake. Can I get like
shake?
Can I get something else? And she was like, I guess. And I was like, dude, I'll pay for it. She's like, all right, what do you want?
She's like, I know you will.
2 cups. Can I get 2 cups in the meal?
Yeah.
So
that's funny. But
keep it easy. But was it? I've always wondered because I came like X-Men came out, and I was obviously Fantastic Four and Spider-Man the first.
I was the first ones to see all those. I mean,
I was
Tobey
alive
Maguire.
For those. Yeah,
Tobey Maguire when his Spider-Man came out.
You know what's crazy? I was barely alive for Tobey Maguire, the first one.
Yeah, you were a baby, dude. I didn't take you.
Mm-hmm.
You were like 6 months old or whatever.
Because that one came out in 2001.
But then the one when you were 3, we went to for sure. The next one that came out,
sick.
Yeah.
And I remember being like,
so yeah, I used to go, and then when my kids were old enough, they liked it too, so I would take them. But then it just got to, I remember one time probably about 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, me and AJ were sitting there first night of Avengers, and I was just like, I fell asleep during the movie.
Dude, it was so funny because like I was like caught up completely. We're watching Endgame. Spoilers for Endgame, but a movie that's almost 10 years old. Anyways, we're watching it, and all the superheroes come back from being dead, and I start getting like emotional, and I'm like sitting at the screen like this, a tear's coming out of my eye, and I like glance at my dad who's sitting next to me, who wasn't in this ride for the past 10 years, and he's like just judging me like, dude, really? It's the Avengers.
Yeah.
It meant something to me, man.
I mean, I can't talk shit because I love Star Wars like that too. So, I mean, even Mandalorian Grogu, I was all, who was the only one that clapped in the theater? Me.
Dude, last night, the theater we were at, nothing but kids.
Did they clap?
They clapped at the end so loud, and I was like, I felt the most secondhand embarrassment I've ever felt.
Why?
Because it was like, dude, I think they were trying to be fun. I'm pretty sure they were being funny, but I was like, God, dude, like,
dude, I clapped at the beginning of Mandalorian. Everyone's all,
it's all quiet. Yeah, no.
But so I get the obsession with stuff like that. But I just again, I'm not judging anybody or him that still watch it. I just it's not for me anymore because
you know what I think you're more obsessed with NFL training camp.
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. Bo Nix, God bless Bo Nix.
What do you think? You think we're looking good?
Yeah, I thought what the only take that I have that is very negative, but can be even more negative depending on how the season plays out, is we got a lot of good teams. I think Buffalo is going to be super good. Yeah. I think Houston is going to be super good. And then on the NFC, that the Super Bowl champion Seahawks, you got the Rams. So
you know who I'm
the Lions, dude. The Lions did not. I mean, they did not perform how they should have performed last year, and so there's about 5 or 6 good teams, and so that always gives me a pause because I remember back in '98, dude, when we won our second Super Bowl, we kicked the crap out of Atlanta. But if Minnesota had got there, that would have been a different thing because they were just as good as Denver. They actually were 15-1, and we were 14-2. And so when you have those good teams, it always makes you pause. But honestly, like we've talked about, iron should sharpen iron, and so we get to play all these teams during the season, and so hopefully we can come across. We get the Rams the third week. You know, we get the Chiefs first game. We get the Rams in the third week, and so I like where our team is. I don't like that Benito and Waddle have gone out the last 2 days in practice, and it doesn't look major or anything like that. But it obviously our best player on offense and our best player on defense. That's not good for them to go out of practice, and so I'm getting excited. We're 5 weeks away from kickoff, and literally kickoff tonight because we're opening up on a Wednesday in 5 weeks, and so the Broncos. And then I don't like that first week. We have to wait until Monday night to watch the Broncos play.
I'm so
that's the
nervous
only
because
thing
I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity to do the ritual.
Oh yeah,
I'm so nervous. And
you're gonna have to make a new one, dude.
For those who know what the ritual is, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Now, are you going to tell everybody what your new ritual is? Because that's okay.
Nope.
You're just going to do it.
Nope. We don't talk about it unless it doesn't work.
See, I don't. I think you have to stay with it, even if we lose to the Chiefs the first night, dude. Because we could. I mean, we're going in. They've won the Super Bowl 3 times in the last 6 years, man. They're not a bad team.
Did you see that dart he threw at his center's head?
Yeah, it was funny.
We Googled that the other day because it was that big of a deal to me. They're throwing that ball. Mahomes throws that ball at 78 miles per hour to the back of your head.
So, dude, the Chiefs, I forgot to mention the Chiefs and all this. The Chiefs are going to be good too.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was talking to my boss about it.
And the Chargers. They're going to act like they're good, right? Mm-hmm. We have a lot of friends and family, including my brother-in-law, that love the Chargers.
Did you see that video of his wife playing with his hair during practice?
Yeah.
Washed, dude. The second it gets hard, I mean, like, I don't know if he's already doing that when it's like grind time. What do you think he's going to care when it's like you're in Denver in the playoffs and it's cold as hell away from home, and your wife isn't there, or your fiance? You're gonna be like, I'm gonna go home. I don't want to do this.
I don't care what anybody says, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, Bo Nix is the 3rd best quarterback in the AFC West." No, Bo Nix is better than Justin Herbert. You heard it right here. Just like Tim Tebow is better than Phillip Rivers, and just like Terrell Davis is better than LaDainian Tomlinson. Sorry, guys. You have to put some of these on the wall in order to talk, and we're about to do it this year, and the Chargers aren't even close.
You know what I'm most excited for this year, and I mean it. J.J. Watt's going to be talking about, like, going to be covering most of our games.
Why? Do you want to talk about Romo?
I do.
Go ahead. What's your take? My take is he's got a DUI, dude. He should not be fired for a DUI.
What?
He didn't hurt anybody. If he hurt someone, he could. Well, anybody that drinks and drives could have. But
yeah, no, I'm okay with it. I hated when Romo did the Broncos games because he hated us. Yeah. No matter who we were going against, he hated us.
Yeah.
And if it was the Chiefs, forget about it. Forget all the way about it. He's in
love with Mahomes, bud.
Mahomes. Yeah. So I'm really excited to not hear Tony Romo, and don't drink and drive. It's not.
It might have been for the only first 2 weeks. You would only be a 2-week suspension. Then the Broncos are going to be in first place in the whole AFC for the whole year, so we're going to get him every week.
You know what was really sad about that video? Did you watch his Phil sobriety test?
Yeah,
it's sad, man.
Why?
Because they asked.
He was drunk. He was just having a good time, and he got busted, man.
No, they asked if
concussions.
If he's ever been hit in the head. And he was like, dude, like
you don't even know, bud.
That's sad, man. And
why?
Not a lot of people.
You know what's funny, son? Back when I was a kid, I bet not just me. I bet all of us have 100 concussions because every day it literally was getting your bell rung. You'd go, boom.
Dude. You know what? So that's actually super cool that we're talking about that right now because I just went to the fair on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I always got to check. You go to those things. Right?
Adams County Fair.
Yeah. You go. Stop doxing us. Anyways, you go to those things. God, dude, it's like every
Brighton
chance
is a county seat of Adams County.
every chance you get, you're like, I might as well just say our address at this point. You say what we drive. You say the only thing you don't say is where I work for reasons. But anyways,
where do I work? I'm in the CIA.
Anyways,
I'm an ICE agent.
We went to the fair, and I can't ride those rides anymore, dude. I get really, really sick. And but when I was a kid, I felt like I could do all of it. I could be upside down and whatnot and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, you'd get the wristband and everything.
Mm-hmm. You know they say it's concussions.
Really?
That make you stop? Nauseous. Yeah.
Oh,
after your head gets hit so many times, and you don't feel well. That when you start spinning, your brain is already damaged, so you get sick. I mean,
that's crazy. I never knew that.
Right?
I never even thought there was a correlation between it. Dude, our coach would be like, "Oh, shake it off, you sissy. What's wrong with you? You play football? Aren't you tough?"
Like I could do roller coasters. Mm-hmm. I can to an extent, but when it comes to we did a ride where it just spun you a little bit. And you're going kind of fast, and then they would pick you up and drop, and you're spinning.
Yeah,
I felt horrible after.
Yeah,
and I was thinking, I was like, why? Like I can't even. I can't even enjoy any of this without feeling really, really sick. And even watching the rides, dude, I was like, ooh. So I might be wrong. That's just something that WebMD told me. But it kind of makes sense if your brain's all mush and then you start spinning.
And as you get older, when you get to my age, dude, we get we're doing that all-inclusive package at Excalibur next month, and we get a free ticket to the roller coaster at New York. And me and Sawyer both were like, no, we're going to give them away or here give them away to somebody because we won't even ride a roller coaster anymore. It's too much.
I don't enjoy that. Okay, let's do trivia.
Yeah, let's do trivia. We're hitting the mark, but yeah, let's get trivia out of the way.
It's a fast episode.
Yeah,
call this fast episodes.
Yeah, it's going fast.
Yeah, this might take us to the mark.
Yeah. Yep.
So I need to rewatch, but I think you're about to win 2 times in a row. So you could pick the second punishment. I might be wrong. He might have already won. I don't really care. Whatever.
Let's just say AJ's used to me winning.
So and don't think we forgot the first punishment is still a thing.
Yes.
But why am I? You have to get it. Why am I paying for my demise? Like, why would I buy the hottest chip?
The hottest chip on
Why
earth.
would I pay for my demise?
Yeah.
You have to get it. Anyways.
Fair enough.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but he has to eat it.
Because then if I did get it, I'd get like a Dorito. I'd swap it out with a Dorito. Because how would you know?
No.
And I'd be like, ooh, it's so hot.
He's going to do it live on the podcast just so everybody knows too.
Yeah. Which sucks because not anymore.
Then has to talk for 30 minutes after he ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Geography question.
Ooh.
Which is the smallest American state by land?
Oh, that's easy. Rhode Island.
Yep.
I was like, oh, is it Delaware? No, it's Rhode Island for sure.
Second question, also kind of geography, but kind of U.S. trivia.
Okay.
Which state is known as the Constitution State?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Wrong, Connecticut.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I said Philadelphia too. I said a city instead of a state.
Okay, this one's really easy, but it really made me laugh. Dude, I just banged my new watch. Anyways, I literally just got that watch. Just the answer made me laugh. Star Wars question. How many members of Rogue One survived?
0.
Yeah. The answer says 0. Rip. Anyways.
Okay,
so that's a freebie.
That was a freebie, but the one you gave me before that was a good one, but it was hard. Real hard.
This next one might be hard because I know what I normally would say, but I'm wrong. And that's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Also, Star Wars. Spoilers for episode 6, by the way. How old was Yoda when he dies?
Exactly?
Roughly.
900 years.
Damn.
Is it 900 or?
Yeah, I thought he was. My gut answer. I read 900 and I was like, "What?" Because I thought he was 1,000. Oh. I thought that was the thing. He was 1,000. Okay, he won trivia this week. Woo, woo.
I win trivia every week.
Every week, whatever. AJ trivia. Well, hang on.
That's 3, buddy.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah.
AJ trivia. What is my dream car all time?
I think I know it, and I'm going to say it. And if it's I'm going to say Tesla truck.
No.
Really? Okay, what is it?
77 Corvette.
Oh, shit, I did know that too.
You did know, because remember on that straight road from the high school to here?
Oh, he used to have that one?
Uh-huh. He used to have it in his, and I would always just like...
Or on Boogie Nights. That's what Dirk Dickler got. 77 Vet in competition orange. 10 coats of competition orange.
Yeah. No, that has forever been my dream.
Yeah,
dream car.
I should have known that. I should have known it. Yeah, that's right.
A Cybertruck. See, so I want to Elon, whatever. First trillion, whatever. I want a Cybertruck because of how ugly they look. Just like I wanted a Jeep Gladiator when they first came out.
I still want one.
They're ugly. They're ugly cars. But I think that's why I like them so much.
Here's one for you, son. I have never, and tell me if you have, I have never seen a Gladiator with its tops off. Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and the doors.
Nope. Never seen one with the doors or tops off. Why do you get a Jeep if you do that?
Jeep truck.
Jeep truck.
No, but I think I like ugly.
I'm gonna take the doors off my Renegade.
I like both sides of it though, because I like really ugly cars or really nice cars. That there's really not an in between for me. Like what's another ugly car? Like the you know those small Chevys that are trucks, and they're like,
oh yeah,
they look like a bubble, and then they have trucks. Those are ugly as hell, but I like them because they look like gross.
And they're fast as hell too.
Really?
Yeah.
For being a truck?
What are they called? They're called HHRs, and they're
no, not an HHR.
No. Well, they're like a 2-seater, and they have like the bubble headlamps and stuff. No,
and then a back of a truck.
Yeah,
they're gross.
What are they called? But they have a 5.7 V8 in them. They're fast as hell.
Why? Who's coming up with this? They're like, you know what? We're gonna put a V8 in it, and it's gonna have a truck bed.
Yeah.
What?
Now, one question I did have, and tell me if you know this: are Cybertrucks 4-wheel drive?
I don't know actually.
Or all-wheel drive?
I think they're 4-wheel.
You would think.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a refrigerator, and that's what I like about them.
Dude, I'm gonna look it up afterwards because if it is, maybe I'll like it. No, I won't. Just because Musk made
Elon, first trillionaire. I don't care, dude.
Oh, no, I shouldn't say this. After last year with the election, dude, when I saw somebody in a Tesla, give him a little look every once in a while.
I get the hate because he's a trillionaire, and
I don't hate the rich. I hate him.
Okay, that's fair. That's a good, yeah.
There's no eat the rich up in here, buddy.
Okay. Dude, this is a fast episode.
Yeah, let's wind it down. We had a good discussion. We touched on everything that is going on because there's not much going on. We do need to, and I think the American people need to know what's going on in Iran because I heard yesterday, dude, we ran out of Patriot missiles. Did you hear that?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I know.
For somebody for a nation that has, but.
And why would we say it if we did? 2.
Yeah.
That goes against our national security. But.
And on top of that, if we ran out of missiles, that kind of makes sense because somebody before Biden gave all of our missiles to Ukraine and stuff like that. So it's like, if we're out, that kind of makes sense. But I don't feel like we would be with the number one spending budget for their military. I highly doubt that ammunition would be like the thing that we miss.
Ukraine did deserve them because they are fighting the evil empire. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, dude, let's wind it up. As football season gets more and more, we'll actually start doing I hope we do our picks because last year we did them and then we didn't do them. Then we did do them. Then we went to the playoffs, did them. Then we didn't. And then
we should do them every week.
I would like to do them every week just so we can have a record of it. You know what I mean? Because it's fun and it gives us something to do and it gives us accountability. And I think a lot of our friends that like football enjoy that part. So that being said, we'll definitely thank you for everybody for watching this week. Like AJ says, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you guys next week on the Casso podcast. Have a good week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.